Okay, first impressions of a potential house. What do you think?
Oh wait, it's very bright. I like that it has big windows.
It does have big windows.
But I already see
Both that front window and both those bedroom windows are big and
Oh,
nice.
those are the bedroom windows?
I assume so.
I think we could put like some wood on that patio and it would make it really nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice to make that a nice little feature. Because that vinyl,
the bright teal wall.
the vinyl siding will come off easily. And then you can do like a little stone, a little wood accent, do a nice little roof, a nice light, a couple of chairs, drink coffee there in the morning. This driveway has seen better days.
Yeah, that's gonna be
There is a couple of giant trees.
That's
Like look
nice,
at how
though.
big this columnar aspen or whatever you call these things are. I've never seen one that big, that tall.
What I like that it has trees.
But there's a 2-car garage, which is sweet. Slash shop.
Definitely painting over the teal and painting the white so it's not as pretty.
I think that little shed would come down. And that's where we'd put our little patio dining area.
Yeah,
But
this-
this is freaking cool, right?
That it
Like,
has.
that you could just hang out under these trees. Like in
Is
total
that
shade.
also part of our backyard?
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
And this is an apple tree.
So like this could be our little area where it's like you're nice and shady. We can maybe even put like a fire pit right here. Have like the little patio spot there and then the hammocks there. That tree has eyeballs.
Oh, it does have eyeballs.
Yeah, I like this little area. There are some shade. Painting over the teal. Maybe we could like cut this a bit so that it wasn't as like in the way.
But it's lilacs, which is nice.
Oh,
And then
this is a big backyard.
garden. We can do garden, trailer, and then still have volleyball space.
Yeah, they're a whole bunch. And that's not a big deal, but like we could paint it. But then we can also add different flowers and like more in the front. And we can like we'll mow the grass and get rid of all the weeds and you know all that stuff.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm a little bit delayed. I accidentally drove almost to my son's schools and not a
Oh,
pilot. And I
no
turned around
worries.
to find it. But anyways,
All
I'm
good.
sure Alex, thanks so much.
That's my daughter Melody.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This looks great. It's a single family home. It's better than a townhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's an old fixer-upper, but
Still.
I mean, for the price, like,
Yeah. How much was it?
it's listed for 200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect.
We kind of toured around the backyard, so
Okay.
we exploring.
That's sweet. And you've already been in here, right? Because it's purchased, right? Like, or is it sold? Or
It is.
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So
So this is our house
okay.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you buy it?
A couple days ago.
Okay, so 2 weeks is actually a really good time.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay. So, my name is Melody. I'm Landon's daughter / Landon is my dad. Anyways, I don't know exactly what's gonna be before this in the video or whatever, but my reasons for being happy that we're leaving, there is kind of a lot of reasons, and you know, it's a very long story to explain, but in shortness, I would say I'm happy because this house has put a lot of stress on my dad. When he's stressed, I get stressed, kind of thing. And put a lot of stress on him, so that's not very good. That and just, being in this house after buying it with someone else, and the intention of it being our forever home, and then that just didn't work out. It just didn't work out, so it just kind of gets hard to live in the same house, because kind of memories, I guess, or whatever. That also, it's a really big house for just 2 people, so we don't need all this extra space, even though my dad did work really hard on it, and it's a super nice house, but we just don't really need this big of a house. It's unrealistic for us. Really, all we need is a small apartment, so I'm happy. I'm also happy we're leaving, because it means we get to finally move on, because I feel like we've been kind of stuck on this thing for a while now, so I'm happy we can move on and get a fresh start in a new place. That's another thing I'm happy about, is we're moving to a new town, because I don't really like this town. It's not bad, it's just not great. So I'm excited we get to leave town. Excited we get to leave the house. That was kind of chaotic, but anyways.
Finally home, guys. You guys want to come check it out? Okay, so coming in. Let me just close the door here. Okay, so this is the entryway. So it's got a slat wall, which is cool. I've always liked slat walls. It's got this kind of built-in bookcase in there. If anybody speaks German, all these books are German. So if you got anybody who would be interested in any of these, I'm going to do a little Googling. Who knows? Maybe some of these are old and worth something. But anyways, got a little closet here, the old school doorbell. Old school everything, really. The old checker floor. Future plan is to make this whole entryway bigger by combining this closet, this linen closet, and on the back side of that is another closet. So I'll combine all those and make kind of a nice little entryway nook. We'll do some shoe storage in there. It'll be cool. I like having built-in storage. Nice big living room window, lets in lots of sunlight. I wish it had some opening power, so when I get a new window in there eventually, I'll have something that opens so you can get a cross breeze. Here is kind of standing in front of the window, the living room area. That will be dining room, but check out this cool old fireplace. I really like this angled look. It's not a real fireplace, obviously. It's like a faux fireplace. It's got this built-in speaker. I don't know, there must have been like a radio, if you hooked a radio up to it or what, but there's a speaker in there. This top pops off. Old copper tiles. I really like the look of this. Is it mid-century modern, I guess is what you'd call this. Unfortunately, it's gonna go because some couches need to go on this wall, is what makes sense. TV on that wall. Then there's this. The previous owners they had some style. They were kind of cool. This house was built in 1959, and how many houses built in 1959 had a built-in lizard tank? I'm not sure if it ever held water. There is some kind of plumbing hookups to it of sorts, but that could have just been a drain for water, obviously, is the thing that makes sense, but I also don't know. But anyways, it's freaking cool. There's some cool little old pieces of wood and little, that dude, old kind of Chinese emperor type of dude it looks like. Although maybe more of a Chinese peasant than an emperor. Either way, we'll definitely be keeping that there. This countertop has this cool little flip up lid. All these cabinets had like locks. So there's obviously a record player of some kind situated in here, because this looks like a slot for records. But I like this old plywood too. So look how thick, in old plywood, look how thick the layers of veneer are. In modern plywood, each layer is like, I don't know, definitely way less than that. And then the outside layer is like a piece of paper basically. But I always think that's cool. So this is gonna come out, but I'm definitely gonna keep all the materials, reuse them for building shelving and whatnot. So we'll come around into the dining room. It's got this old built-in banquette, which is kind of cool, but I don't think banquettes are rarely ever practical and work. You're always walking around the table and it just doesn't make sense to me. So this one in particular is also not all that comfortable because the back height is like right in the middle of your back. So I will take it apart and reuse it in some way. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be yet, but I mean, because it's got some style to it, but so we'll see what happens with it. This is that tank from the other side, built-in shelving there. You can see he's got like the black lights built in. I don't know. Somebody who knows more about these kind of things can maybe say what all this stuff is for, but it's, we'll reuse it somehow. Oh, I just noticed. That's kind of a cool stamped pattern. What's this? A little squeegee. This must have had water in it. Close that back up. Because it's going to be couches, TV, so that'll be kind of a little nook for, I'll put some kind of a cool chair and then can put something else there. Also, check out the old ceiling with the, I don't know if you guys can see the fleck, but there's the old silver fleck in there. There's a bit of a stain there, but this whole ceiling will be scraped and we'll see if I make it smooth or do something else cool. Okay, coming around, standing from the banquette. Also, a quick side note, another nice big window here, which is awesome. Two nice big windows. Lots of natural light in here. Both of these windows open. They'll be replaced eventually too, but I like that they open right now. And here we have what was the laundry slash storage slash boot room kind of thing. The deep freeze still works. I did confirm that with previous owners, so that's awesome. This is where a washer and dryer, I assume, went. There is no drain line, so gonna have to do something about that. Like, I don't know, add a drain line. Laundry sink, nice big old deep laundry sink, which is kind of cool. This kind of cool old shelf. I think I'll try and repurpose this, like reuse this somehow, because I like these little cubbies and it's kind of cool. So I'll just sand it down and clean it up. Electrical breaker box is behind here. Now, part of my buying the house and getting insurance was that I have to replace this with a bigger one. This is only a 70 amp service and I need to have at least 100 amps. And this is the floor hatch to get down into the basement crawl space, which is a whole nother situation down there. Kitchen. It's got this old Eaton Viking stove. Everything seems to work great, no issues, so I will keep it until it craps out someday. It's got this little fridge, which this fridge is newer, like a year old, the neighbor said, but it makes some noises, so hopefully it lasts a while. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell, but it's got the old school round fluorescent light. There we go. When I first was looking at the place, I was like, "Hey, oh, gross. We'll have to get rid of that right away." But I actually kind of dig it. It's got this old copper backsplash. So I eventually will remodel this whole kitchen. I want to take out this wall. If I can, I believe I can. I popped my head up in the roof when I was looking at the place, and pretty sure I can take that out without major issue. If I have to put in, I can't put a beam because the beam would land on top of that door, which doesn't work. But if I have to keep this post in some kind of a short little beam, then that's fine, but I don't think I'll have to. It's actually, I've got pretty much everything I need in here already, I think. So I quite like it. It's a good little setup for me and Melody. It definitely serves a purpose for now. And how about these floors? Anybody else have this floor? Probably somebody had something very similar to it. Go over to the hallway in the bathroom there. Old school landline. And dinosaur of the past. Bought this TV off of Buy and Sell for $100. Works great. I'll show you guys the bathroom quick. Oh, I left my slippers in there. So the bathroom was recently, about last year, redone, which is awesome because it's nice to have one thing that you use daily that I know I don't have to do anything on anytime soon. So it's got this nice maple custom vanity. It's got lots of drawers, which is cool. New toilet, new tub. The shower surround is this like one piece. I don't know what this stuff is made out of, some kind of fiberglass, but it's nice that it's not like the thin fiberglass panels or tile with a whole bunch of grout lines that you have to worry about leaking. Which, I mean, if it's done properly, then it's not an issue, but you just never know. So I like that it's just one piece. It wraps around and comes all the way to here. So this is all solid. So I dig it. I dig it. Also, it's got the old school mirror with that. And, well, yeah, you can kind of see. It's got this old school light, which I like, with a plug-in. Why is there a plug-in in the light? I don't get it. I guess that's an old thing. Another kind of old school thing about this house that I think is kind of cool is this bathroom fan. The grill is kind of badass, I think. It is a little bit loud. I'll fire it up here. It's got this timer that does not work. This is just an on-off switch, basically. But I need to get up in the attic and make sure it's hooked up to something, but as long as it is and it works, then maybe we'll just roll with it because it's cool. Also, switches are on the outside. There's plenty of room to flip them around and put them in there, which I will eventually do. I know it's an old house thing, also I think an American thing, but it makes 0 sense to have the switches to your bathroom on the outside of the bathroom. I don't get it. Like, is there other countries that do this and think it's normal, or why do you like it that way? I don't get it. Feel free to comment about that. Also, another nice feature is this hot water tank is only about a year old, according to the neighbor. The neighbor kind of helped look after this place. So he is a good dude and a wealth of information. But that's nice to know. Someday I would like to upgrade to a on-demand system, but I know I don't need to anytime soon because I have that. Also, quickly, this is that little linen closet, which I will combine to make a entryway space, and eventually that can be linen closet. Hello, welcome to my humble new master bedroom. It's minty fresh green here, similar to Melody's bedroom. Got the same kind of texture on the walls. It's got a closet. Not a bad closet. Decent size. It's some kind of purple color. There's not too much to tell you. There's going to be a bed here and a dresser over there maybe. Got these old school glass fixtures. This one almost looks like it has a painter's taint. I don't know if that's dirt or if it's supposed to be like that. Anyways, yeah, that's that.
This is gonna be my room. It's empty right now, so there's not a lot to talk about. That's the window.
Nice view out here, kinda. I mean, at least there's a tree to look at. Looks like there'll be some flowers that you'll see the tops of.
There was a lot of dead bugs in this window. It was really gross.
There's the Beauty Buick.
These are the walls. We spent like 2 hours cleaning them. It was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
This is the floor. It's still pretty dirty. It's a decent sized closet, but I'm getting a dresser anyway. So,
What's your thoughts on how this room might look?
like, where all my furniture is gonna go.
What are you thinking for colors and furniture?
Paint. I like a light gray because I want most of my furniture to be white. Yeah, I can fit a decent amount of furniture in here, and I've already kind of planned it out. So,
What kind of style of bed and stuff are you thinking?
like this, well.
Private, please keep door closed. I wonder what could be in here. Ta-da!
No, you have to tell me before you call in. I wasn't
It's
ready.
Melody's room.
Go back. Go back.
Are you ready? So as you can see, it is all nicely painted.
Desk.
We got this desk at IKEA. This was from my friend Emily Thompson. She's a talented artist. This I got at an art battle. Some of you may or may not know what art battles are. I'm hoping to go to one in Edmonton here, and then I'll be able to show you what it is. Melody picked out that cool poster. Got this little card thing from IKEA. Melody's got it nicely organized for her makeup stuff and some books and girly girl things.
My girly girl book. I'm reading The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, good book. Classic.
And a horror movie book.
Okay.
So they're just so girly, and books are such a girly thing, and I only read romance books. Oh, I would like to show off this detail. I have some eyelashes on my mirror for safekeeping.
For safekeeping, what do you mean?
In case of an emergency.
We also have this dresser that we got from IKEA. What's on the to-do list? Clean desk, sweep floors, make bed, clean dresser, set up end of bed, clean bathroom, bake muffins, do dishes, pack volleyball bag, put up paintings. I think you got everything on that list done. Well, they put up these little command strips the other day to hang her little bags and stuff, so that was smart. Got this little asshole. Eventually I'm going to build like some kind of a cool little custom end table for the end of her bed here, but for now we got a couple of TV trays and they work just fine. You're watching Theo Vaughn? Mm-hmm. He's funny. I don't know.
He's sped just like me.
I don't know if you should be watching him. Oh. So if you guys follow me on the gram, which you should, you would have seen me making this cool little table. You can't really see too much now, but anyways, it used to be the right height with her mattress, but we recently added this box spring. We had the box spring, so we thought may as well use it. Okay, now do you want to show them the special feature?
You mean the basic quad core completion?
Ooh. Ah. What's your favorite one?
Pink. Hold on.
It is nice. They worked out nicely behind those curtains.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma and Grandpa. Okay, that's it. I didn't video a whole bunch of me renovating. I just wanted to get it done. It started out, initially I was like, why are you doing this again? This is my third house. The first two were foreclosures and did a lot of work. This one was not a foreclosure, but as you just saw, it was very original and needs a lot of work. But now that I've been in here for a bit and I've got it feeling a little more like home, it was a good decision. It was a good buy, and Melody and I will be happy here for as long as we're here. So we rearranged this closet here. If you'll remember, it was just a header across the top and another one of these accordion doors, and it was fairly deep. But what we ended up doing here was incorporating the linen closet that was tucked in behind here. On this side we have our jackets. We got our nicer jackets up top, everyday work jackets down lower. And if I ever end up with a woman with a short skirt and a long jacket, I got you, because I got a spot for your jacket. Also a good spot to throw all those reusable grocery bags and forget them. So I have my top shelf Nikes, some gym shoes, everyday shoes, work shoes, Melody's shoes, Melody's boots, all the boots and shoes really. There's a taller spot down here for taller boots. I also made it so every other shelf pulls out like this, so that if you wanted to add more baskets like this, a person easily could. I also added this light. This little mask right here came from my grandpa and grandma's house. I'm not sure exactly where they got it. I know they went to Australia, and I believe they went to Hawaii, so I'm guessing it came from one of those places. Looks kind of like an alien, but I remember one Christmas at one of our family functions, they were kind of giving stuff away, and I put my name in for that. And this is where I grew up. This picture is dated 1986, so this would be 2 years after I was born. Now I know when we were first born, my parents still lived in town. So this was when we were 2 years old, and that is my house. That house must have been pretty brand new when this picture was taken. This was my grandpa and grandma's house, pig barns, the barn. So this was not grass at this point, but this was a large grass field that we played a lot of football and baseball on. And look at the size of my grandma's garden. This is probably 200 meters long-ish by 50-ish meters wide at least, and that is all garden. And then there's some fruit trees, raspberries, Saskatoons, all that good stuff. So it was a large project every year, but she loved it, of course. Now the reason I have this here is I wanted to have some kind of reminders of where I came from and home. The last house, a Red Deer house, which some of you guys probably saw, I never really felt like I lived there. I never really moved in. For the last month I was there, maybe, for showing the house. Had it kind of decorated and some art up, but never, ever, ever felt like home. So this place does. I also put in this light. I think it looks kind of old school retro to match the house, but it's LED. Moving over from the front entranceway, we kind of have the front, whatever you want to call this way. So I found this gutted old TV down in my crawl space, and I pulled it up because I thought I could make a much better and cooler version of this, which I saw in Walmart the other day. I love the style and colors and shapes of this old TV, the old Philco Miss Canada. We got the nice gold tone mesh running along the bottom here. I actually may make it so that there's like a secret so they can get up inside there. And there'll be a little private sleeping quarters right there that you can only access from the bottom. We'll do like another tier here. Maybe do some, like, drill some holes in so they can paw through and hang some strings and whatever else. Just kind of make it like their little fun shack to hang out in. And maybe then they'll stop annoying me in the middle of the night. For now, I got them this nice cozy bed to sit on and sunbathe and watch the world. And over here, we have this awesome old vintage record player. I picked it up at a shop in Red Deer. We got the turntable, the amp, the 2 speakers, and a few records. Now, these are Technic speakers, which apparently they're really good for making turntables, but they're not known for making good speakers, except for these ones. These ones sound pretty awesome. So for art here, we have, some of you guys may recognize this. This was my friend Josh painted this. It is Dave Grohl, of course, playing the drums. I like that it's a Nirvana and it's a Dave Grohl. This is a poster that I bought when I was going to SAIT and gave to my sister. This I bought when I was going to SAIT as well. I just thought it was cool. I had never seen it before. I kind of like that. I think that's funny. And then they had some Nirvana ones, but none that I really liked or nothing that I hadn't seen before. So I looked online and got this one. This is actually the picture that they used for the cover of the Rolling Stones magazine. The glass broke, unfortunately, in transport at some point, but it'll work. It suits it until I can get something better. Okay, so from going there into the living room setup. So you guys may remember there used to be cabinets across here. There was a built-in fireplace mantle kind of thing there. And the ceiling was a terrible texture. And then we have the TV over here on this wall. This chair I bought off a buy and sell for 50 bucks. It's really nice leather. It reclines. It's in really good shape. This couch I've got for free from work. This I bought off a buy and sell for, I think, 50 bucks, which kind of matches these little angular geodesic wood block things that I made at one point. So they can stay there until the cat knocks them over and starts playing with them, which is inevitable. So this little table I picked up at Value Village for maybe 20 bucks, I think. And then this is a piece that I made a little while ago. It's out of some old barn board and this glass, which I got from an old light fixture in a house that I was renovating. I really love the shape of this glass and the texture of it, and it looks especially cool at night with this light flickering in it. So I also really like this poster. It's called The Leap of Faith. I think you can probably get why. It was shot in 1920 something. So he's just trying to jump over this massive puddle that he probably can't, but he's going to do it anyways. And I think we can all relate to this guy. Into the dining room area here. The banquette seats that used to run along the back and down the side are gone. I've got this cool old school retro table. I love all the detail in it, all the old shiny chrome with this nice old pattern in it. The chairs are, the chairs, I'm not going to say these are the most beautiful chairs in the world, but they certainly go with the table. And they've got some kind of style if you like that. They certainly match the floor. feel like it has a bit of a Western vibe to it, which makes sense, I guess, because it came from the house that my mom grew up in. This is another piece of art by my friend Emily, and it is a print of a caustic painting. So she makes these paintings by dripping a bunch of wax, and if we zoom in here, you can see that that texture really comes through awesome in this print. It is a sunflower field with stormy skies. And she makes the prints just by snapping a good quality photograph and then printing it off. So we'll move into the kitchen. So the fridge used to be right here. Moved it over onto this wall. So where the fridge used to be, I got this piece of countertop that I got from work. Luckily at work, in the old units that we work in, lots of times they're full of stuff or we change stuff. And before I started there, I'm pretty sure everything just went in the dumpster. But I try and keep as many useful things as I can. One of them being this chunk of countertop. This cabinet, I believe, came from maybe my brother's old house in Calgary like 20 years ago. His first house that he flipped. Then I just used scraps of plywood from those cabinets to build this. Just kind of some organization. Nice little spot for the garbage can. Spot for bottle recycling, newspaper stuff. So it works. Okay, over here where the fridge now is, when I redo this kitchen, this is probably where the fridge will go. It was really crammed with the fridge over here, of course, and I don't need this giant window here when there's a giant window right over there, so this makes sense. So this is how it will stay when I redo it. Not necessarily exactly the fridge in this spot, but you know what I'm saying? So we got a couple of temporary cabinets here. This one came from an apartment in Red Deer. So Melody has been like 50-50 with me and her mom since she was like 1. And I was living with a roommate and it was just getting the point where it was like, oh my God, I need to figure something out. Like this cannot be my life. So I moved into an apartment. I signed a 3-year contract for a pretty good sized 2-bedroom apartment. It was only $670 a month plus electricity, which is not much in an apartment. So I did that and bumped up all my student loan payments and worked a lot of weekends and did what I had to do to pay everything off so that I could buy a place finally. And that apartment had just the really small little skinny little kitchen cabinets, of course, and this was a microwave, the bottom half of a microwave cabinet that I bought, and so it's come full circle. Anyways, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. So I used it there. I'm pretty sure my sister had it in the house for a while, and then my parents used it in their temporary kitchen. Some of you guys might know what I'm talking about there. And now it's back here. And this cabinet, I'm pretty sure my dad made for my sister for her 16th birthday. Or he made it for her when she went to college. I think he made it for her when she went to college for her first place. Anyway, she is now 44. Sorry, Trina. But that's how long that's been around. I'm pretty sure it's lived a few different lives. But that's what we do. Oh, I also built this little spice rack here out of some scraps because there is limited cabinetry and I didn't have somewhere to stick all my spices, so that's where they go now. So that is the new panel. There used to be cabinets, lowers and upper cabinets back here with a sink in there. So this is going to be a half bath, so you can just kind of see the toilet flange there, and then this will be a vanity here. I've got all the plumbing venting in. It's also, the drain pipes are mostly done down underneath there. So there will eventually be a pocket door that slides across here so that that can be closed off. And of course, here will be the laundry room. So I bought this stackable washer and dryer, which is nice. We got all the plumbing and electrical in back there. I will ultimately build a wall here with some built-in cabinets. They'll just be kind of skinny like that linen closet, but it'll be a good place to put laundry soap and dryer sheets and stuff like that. I also plan on doing a built-in here. Here I can get some decent depth because I had to keep the wall off here for this gas line. So I'll be able to do a nice deep built-in cabinet there. And that'll be like pantry type storage because there will still be access from the kitchen into this room. Eventually, when I redo the kitchen, I will take all this framing out, and that way I'll be able to move this wall over to the depth of these cabinets with my cabinet depth kitchen fridge. And then we'll see, but I want to do kind of like a hidden secret door in here. So the stove will shift down that way, and then there'll be what just looks like another kitchen pantry cabinet, but you'll open up the doors and go through into the laundry room. I have also put this hole here, which will eventually have a door in it so that we will have access to the half bath. So the half bath is mostly for the master bedroom, the half bath ensuite, but you will still be able to access it through the secret door if somebody is using the other bathroom and you have guests or whatever over. So that will be kind of cool. I haven't done a ton in here other than paint. I did get a new bed and a new mattress, which is awesome. That's a long time coming. New light, new plugs and switches, but other than that, it's pretty much my bedroom. I gotta get some art up in here, I just haven't done that. This is just a cool old die-cast car that I bought when I went on a Fernie skiing snowboarding trip. The hood opens up, shows off the nice engine there, and then the trunk also opens up. And it's got the stereo in there, so it's kind of a cool car. Thunder Mifflin slippers from Melody. Actually, may as well put those on. Got the furnace turned off so it doesn't kick on while I'm making this video, and they are quite comfy. Keep my toesies warm. Not a whole lot has happened in this hallway other than a deep scrub, which is very much needed. Yes, we did hang up this picture, and I guess we did modify. This was the linen closet. So it's not super deep, but it's the perfect spot for some garbage bags, cleaning supplies, paper towel, and the broom and a Swiffer. So a good use of space rather than just blanking this over with drywall. Just thought I'd show you guys some of these pictures quick just for fun. Melody, of course. This is my brothers. This is my twin brother and my older brother. Here, Melody got a hold of my phone one time and put all these little adorable stickers on this picture. Here's me hanging out, jamming with some buddies back in the day. Here is my mom and Melody when she was a little baby. Here was a Fernie ski trip, legendary Fernie ski trip. Me feeling like I was 20 feet in the air when I was about a foot in the air. Here we used to go skating on the dugout dam back behind our house on the farm. This is my sister. This is my mom, twin brother, and me. Cute picture of Melody. This was on a petting zoo kind of place. Baby Melody. Me and some buddies again having a few too many drinks, playing rock band. My dad and Melody. Cute baby Melody. Melody helping me somewhere. One of my favorite pictures of Melody, she wore the Supergirl outfit all day. Stopped on the way out to my mom and dad's place, took that picture. A sunset, sunrise, clouds kind of thing. My grandma, who would be Melody's great grandma, she's not very old here, Melody. And this is probably my all-time favorite picture of Melody. I took this when she was, I don't know, 6 months old or so, just peaceful and asleep on my lap. And this is when we were finally leaving the house in Red Deer, which we were stoked about. Yeah, some good memories here. Good to have this up. So this room is kind of, you could put a single mattress in here, but it's nice. I wanted to have an office and somewhere to organize stuff. So this is a desk that I made out of, this was again stuff from the office. So this was part of a kitchen countertop that I cut down to make this L. I wanted it to be nice and skinny. This is only about 16 inches deep. Maybe it's like 18 inches deep, but cannot buy or find a desk that skinny. So I made that. These gables all came from a desk that we took apart. This I did buy from IKEA. So that is storage for the things. Also on the desk here, I will show you, this is my grandpa, that is Bert. And my mom and me, for a short period of time, I tried to play the saxophone. My grandpa taught me, but I have very little patience when I'm trying to learn how to do new things, and it's something I'm, I think, getting better at, but I got real frustrated and just quit, which I very much regret. This is a picture that my grandma painted when she was in the hospital getting towards the end of her life. They would do art classes and stuff, and I think it's actually pretty good. So got that. I need to find a better home for that. This is a picture of the dam behind our house on the farm where we used to go skating in the wintertime, and it was just a nice sunset, so I walked over there and took a picture, trying to stay somewhat organized with bills and whatnot. These are some posters of events that I put on when I lived in Red Deer. It was the Art and Fashion Affair and the Fancy Pants Wine and Art Night. So I'm hoping to get back into doing these kinds of events someday soon. Bought this keyboard off my auntie and uncle for Melody to play. So far she's not playing it a ton, but hopefully she'll start playing it more. Also have this little Marshall bass amp. This was just your standard closet before. Don't mind the kind of mess because I didn't get all the pictures and art up that I wanted to, but I was running out of patience trying to figure it out. So, but it's, I built this shelving unit in here, shelving along there so I can organize all my paint and art stuff. So anyways, I can close the door and it's a good spot for it. Some of you guys may also recognize that handsome fellow. So this is kind of where I set up my little easel, and I got this bulletin board from work. These are just leftover pictures from putting that frame together. Some buddies from college graduation. I'm always yawning. That picture again, this is some high school friends, maybe the year after high school. We got Bert and Eddie. So I'll get to working on those here ASAP. I've replaced all the plugs and switches in the house, but I kept this one. I actually moved this one here because I like the mechanical sound of it, and it's kind of got some graphics on it. It's got the on, off, and that. So I just grabbed the stainless steel cover for it, and I think it's kind of cool. All right, and that is the conclusion of the tour. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it mildly entertaining. I'm happy with what's been done here and looking forward to the future and what we can accomplish. So also, quick shout out and thank you to my Dead Black Heart for sending me this t-shirt. Have a good one. Oh my goodness, that's heavy.
He did tell me to just keep my foot on the gas even when it when it turns over. So I don't know. I wish he was here. Success! Carbon monoxide, but success!
She's alive. Got it.
Success! Oh, dang it. Just when you put it in gear?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got like 10 feet. Third time's the charm.
I made it to the end of Josh's driveway. It is doing the really high idle thing right now, which is probably not the best. But last time it did this, I fiddled with the thing, and I'm going to see if that has come undone. Oh, what it was last time anyways, this thing had to come out. So I added that piece of wire to hold that thing in there, but that is still intact. So last time I did that, that made it not idle high. So something in the gas system is getting stuck open. And I don't know anything about much of this, so I don't know what that might be. Okay, I made a quick phone call to Melody's grandpa. Loves old Dodges, especially this 380 motor that's in here. And I asked him if he might know if there's anything I could quickly check. He said just to try stomping on the gas and see if that'll break loose whatever's stuck open. And it did. We're idling nice, so we are good to go. Seatbelts. Good song.
I'm gonna buy me a dance. First lovely lady that I see. When our dance is
God damn it.
through, I say, will you? I'm gonna shine out my boots. I'm gonna go into town. I'm gonna scrape up $20. I'm gonna throw it around. I'm gonna
He's a little wider than the man.
hold on if I can. Hold them all night long till I got me a hand. I'm gonna buy us a ranch with a palomino herd, and I won't mean no harm, baby, and I won't say a word. When misery comes to call, I'll give to him my life. I'll set with him a while, my horse, my home, my wife.
It's not that easy.
I forgot. I was like,
I'm gonna shine up my boots. I'm gonna go into town. I'm gonna scrape up $20, but I'll probably just drink it down.
What was it?
That's the old house listing. It's okay.
not burn hot.
It'll burn.
Apparently not. So whoever gave this card, I think they jinxed it.